Let's say you are a Trump voter, the kind we often hear about, an honest, hardworking American who put up with Donald Trump's unusual behavior because you wanted a president who would stop playing Washington's political games, bring a businessman's obsession with action and results, and focus on the economy. How's that working out for you? The first few weeks of the Trump administration have been an illustration of that line from the writer Alfred Montalbert: do not confuse motion with progress. A rocking horse keeps moving, but does not make any progress. We are witnessing a rocking horse presidency in which everyone is jerking back and forth furiously, and yet there is no forward movement. Since winning the election, Donald Trump has dominated the news nearly every day. He has picked fights with the media, making a series of bizarre, mostly false claims about the magnitude of his victory, the size of his inauguration crowd, the weather that day, the numbers of illegally cast ballots, among many other issues. Now he's embroiled in a controversy about ties to Russia. But in the midst of it all, what has he actually done? Hardly anything. This week, Trump said at a news conference, there's never been a presidency that's done so much in such a short period of time. Matthew Yglesias of Vox observes that at this point in his presidency, President Obama had signed into law an almost $1 trillion stimulus bill to revive the economy, extended health insurance to 4 million children, and made it easier to challenge discriminatory labor practices. Yglesias notes that the Trump White House has not even begun serious discussions with Congress on major legislation. Trump has issued a series of executive orders with great fanfare, though fewer than Obama at this point, but they're mostly hot air. Lofty proclamations that direct some agency to review a law, report back to him, consider some action, or reaffirm some long-standing practice. His one order that did something, the temporary travel ban, was so poorly conceived and phrased that it got stuck in the court system and will have to be redone. But what about plans to reindustrialize the Midwest, bring back jobs, revive the coal and steel industries? What, for that matter, of the explicit commitments that, quote, on day one, quote, he would begin removing criminal illegal immigrants and would label China a currency manipulator, push for a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on all members of Congress, get rid of gun-free zones in schools and military bases. All were promised, almost none has been done. There are two aspects to the Trump presidency. There is the freak show, the tweets, the wild claims, the fake facts, the fights with anyone who refuses to bow down to him, the media, judges included, and the ceaseless self-promotion. But then there is Trump, the savvy business person, who named intelligent heavyweights like Gary Cohn, Rex Tillerson, and James Mattis to key positions, and who has at times articulated a serious reform agenda. For many people, the bargain of the Trump presidency was that they would put up with the freak show in order to get tax reform, infrastructure projects, and wise deregulation. That may still happen, but for now, at least, reality TV is in overdrive and not much is happening in the realm of serious public policy. The Romans said that the way to keep people happy was to give them bread and circus, sustenance and entertainment. So far, all we have gotten is the circus.